Hi, welcome back. This is episode
5. Come on.
high five. Yay.
It was awkward too. We're
Oh
super
my
awkward
gosh,
today.
You're just making it awkward.
I like these earrings.
Yeah, someone
Where'd you get these from?
got them for me.
Oh, that's right. They're
Quetzal.
Guatemalan coins.
AKA the Quetzal.
Quetzal. That's what's up. I miss Guatemala.
Okay.
We need to go back. We've been to
Yeah.
Guatemala twice.
Twice? Yes.
Twice. You've been lots of times, but I've been with you twice.
Yes.
And we did mission work each time, which is a lot of fun. Remember that journey on the back of that pickup truck when we were going to Quehueche?
Yes.
That was crazy.
It was. Mind you, these 2 traveling points, we took all 4 of our kids.
Mm-hmm.
Teenager all the way to 4 years old. So, yeah.
That was an awesome trip.
It was. They loved the speedboat.
Mm-hmm.
Just not hitting their heads on the speedboat. I mean, if you want to take a speedboat and live adventurously, you got to take it at night with no lights.
So
Pitch black.
it's all about the adventure. I mean, really, if you're going through life and you don't have adventure where you're a little bit scared at times,
Right.
there's got to be a little bit of fear at some times throughout your life so you know that, like
fear
I'm
that you're
alive.
about to pee your underpants?
Like I
or
might fall off this boat.
fear like, oh, okay, that scared me a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
not
oh,
the
that
type
was-
that's going to
no,
tickle
like,
your pants.
I guess
right?
like, a thrill, like
So
an
just a
adrenaline rush.
jolt.
Yeah.
So
We need that
you need
in
like
life.
somebody to get the paddles and just kind of give you a jolt.
I guess, yeah, like a life experience. What do they call that thing? There's a name for it. Clear.
It went out the window. Literally went out the window.
The paddles. No,
life. The
no,
paddles
no.
of
I
life.
know the name. It's going to come to me.
Defibrillator.
There you go.
The defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Yes.
Such a strange word.
Yep.
So last week we were talking about Netflix in Chile.
yeah.
What are you watching on Netflix? And we realized that there was a scene in the video that we had shown. One of the trailers was a little bit too racy.
Yeah, it was.
It was
Sorry
a little
for
bit too
that.
sorry.
But at the same time, we did make it where it was a little bit impossible. You got asked a question before you clicked. So right then and there, you should have known it's going to be risky. But we'll be...
Well, we're going to take some more risk this evening because it's Spicy Marriage Radio. And we're going to talk about your bucket list. Now, you're in marriage, right?
That was very close to something else.
What?
The way you said...
The rest- What? Bucket list.
Yeah, but it was like almost like a pause in between buh and
Making people
Bucket.
nervous.
Bucket.
Bucket list. So you're married and you're in this thing for the long haul and you want to have excitement in your marriage at different times. You want to live on the edge. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're the type of couple that, you want to play it safe.
and risky to you is crossing the other street on a different day or something.
Or risky to you is going to Fat Burger instead of Five Guys. If that's risky to you, I mean, this might be the wrong show for you.
Yeah. I think you might want to look through some other YouTubers that might not be as risky.
So we're talking about bucket list, the things that you really want to do before you die, before you pass on to eternity with
I feel
Jesus.
like right now there should be some kind of violin playing in the
So
background.
little music,
Yeah.
little soft music. I feel like there needs to be some suspenseful music, a little tension.
What would it sound like?
I'm not gonna you're trying to set me up here.
What would it sound like?
What?
Come on. What would it sound like?
You know when you do an impression and I'm like, hey, make that sound again.
All right.
So,
bucket list.
what's on your bucket list? Well, you have one here, some
This
suggestions.
is not an individual bucket list. This is
The
a
collective.
marriage bucket list,
Right.
not a solo. Solo was before you got married. Now it's your marriage bucket list. I guess I would say like what's on our marriage bucket list is obviously to travel more. We
Where
have
though? Where specifically?
Greece is one.
Okay.
Another one would be, I've got like multitudes of names popping into my head. France. I would say Paris, but I kind of feel like Paris is just like so cliche.
I'd
wanna
rather
say
go to like the
France.
south of France.
Yeah. That's risque too.
Man,
Cans.
Jesus make a way.
Yeah. What's another one?
What are some of the places that you have to go? Some places you have to travel before you die. Put those in the comments. Where do you have to go? Especially if you're
With your
married.
spouse.
Yeah, with your spouse. You have to go to these places together.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess another one would be Africa to go into do a safari. That'd be cool. Yeah.
So American of you.
What?
I'm gonna go to Africa. I'm gonna do the safari.
Why would you want to pass that up? I would like to go to the safari.
I mean, there's other parts of Africa that like.
I bet
What
there
about like
is.
Morocco? Like the food in Morocco or like
yeah,
Senegal.
But I just think about the heat, 1,000 degrees. I don't know.
You think the safari is going to be better?
It just might be.
I mean, we live in Vegas. I think we can deal with a little bit of African heat.
I don't know. We shall see.
Maybe.
We shall see.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I want to go to Mount Kilimanjaro.
And I will be at the bottom of Mount Kilimanjaro supporting and reading you on.
Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. If I would
No,
do
actually,
that.
there's so many African countries I would love to visit. I have a really good friend. His name is Sumda. That's my homie. He's from Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso. It's
Is he
actually,
really
it was
saying that right?
colonized by your French people.
No parlez
Took
vous.
advantage of them. It's messed up.
Je ne sais.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. These je ne sais.
I don't think that was French. I think that was Spanish. Either way. All right.
It was. You just did you did a Spanish phrase with a French accent.
Yeah. See.
Okay, so we got a little bucket list here. Somebody put together.
This is off of yourtango.com.
Okay.
And they put this list together.
Number one is
as part of the bucket list, go to therapy.
go to therapy. I don't know if that's
Why would
something.
that be the number one reason to go to therapy as part of a bucket list?
I mean, I believe in counseling, and I believe that you don't need to be in crisis to get counseling.
Right.
Counseling should be a normal part of your marriage,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
At different times throughout our marriage, we have sought counseling.
Yes.
Not always from a professional
No. But just from people who
we trust.
right.
Or
That you've trusted and
we see their marriage and we
Right.
say, I see something that I want or that you have that we can learn from.
yeah, so you just want to glean from them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So number 2. Oh, I just realized that number 2 says that. Number 2 on the marriage bucket list.
Is this too racy? Is this too spicy?
I'm just pre-warning you. If you are watching with your kids, it's probably not best because again, this is
Spicy
solely
marriage.
for adults who are in a relationship or
Yeah.
who are married, not for children. We are not a family YouTube. Okay, so number 2, let the neighbors hear you do it. I don't know if I'm cool with that.
I don't even know like why that would be a thing.
I don't know either. But if that's your thing, okay, that's awesome. Not going to judge you, but that's not my
Like, do you open the
thing.
windows?
I mean, I'm assuming so.
Do you turn down the music? Because
Why
you know
would
if
you
you're
do that?
if your neighbors can hear you, that means your kids can hear you too.
Then you go right back to number 1. Go to
Go
therapy.
to therapy.
Go to
and take your
therapy.
kids to therapy too.
Right.
Oh man.
And number 3 says lock yourselves
I don't like
up.
number 3 and I don't get it.
Number 3 to me is saying like, you're already in quarantine, do what you want. We're already in quarantine. I don't want to stay in quarantine. So let's just bypass number 3.
This is an easy one. I feel like we do this all the time.
That's currently what's happening. We're locked at home.
Do you have secret signals?
Does not say, do you have secret signals? Not asking a question.
Have some secret signals.
Says have secret signals. So what that is
Oh, here's the
if
example.
you truly want to be connected to your spouse, you need to know when he or she is ready to leave a painful dinner party, conversation, office cocktail hour, whatever the situation is, whatever
How do we
the
know
event,
when it's time?
when it's time to go. Do you like take your hand and squeeze your spouse's ear?
You never touch
you-
my ear. So that would be an amazing signal.
Or do you just
I'd be
like subtly tap on their neck? Or do you just like grab their wrist gently? Or if you're sitting, do you just like grab their knee and squeeze? Like just different signals.
poke them in the eye. No, don't do that.
That's just,
poke them in the eye.
you'd probably get punched in the face. And people would be like, that's the
They say
biggest
like 3 tugs on the ear and you're ready to leave.
Oh, I didn't even read that. I just was.
See, you didn't read that? You
Just
just
doing
knew?
it.
That was good. So yeah, if your spouse tugs on your ear 3 times, that means it's time to get up out of here.
Does not mean it's time to hit the sheets unless that's your signal and that's what that means and that's what you're trying to say to go and do. It's to get out of an event that you no longer want to be at. Without being rude towards the
We
host
don't
or
have
hostesses.
signals, but we have like, I guess you could say like secret words. What we call them?
Yeah, secret words.
Secret words that we use that like mean certain things. It's like code language.
Yeah.
We have our own code language, but no like signals.
No signals, but we should probably come up with signals to get out of a situation.
I'm thinking like this is good. We might need this. This would come in handy.
Yeah,
You know
guys
who I
would-
feel like has signals? Chris and Carly. Chris and Carly, do you guys have signals? I like
Number
number 6.
six.
I like number 6.
do something dangerous together.
Do something dangerous. Now, everybody always thinks of skydiving when you think of danger.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, I like the adrenaline rush, but for some reason, skydiving is like, it's too much.
Because I feel like you'd probably have a heart attack mid jumping out the plane.
I
out
don't
of
know. I
excitement.
just like jumping out of a plane and free falling for a long period of time just doesn't seem like I would like, let me pay money for this.
There's people that do.
Obviously.
I mean, you could also experience, what is that? There's something here in Vegas where you go into a wind tunnel and you can like
That
free fall
I would
without
do
actually
when you
free
put on
falling.
the thing and then like you're flying
Yeah.
and like you can maneuver. And
So I guess that should be our next date. Maybe we should take that on our next date. We'll take the camera with us.
I
on
got the
that
GoPro.
experience.
Is there one in Vegas?
There is.
There is.
Yep. Just don't know when that'll be open.
Okay.
Keeping my eye out for that. If you guys know when it will be open, just leave a comment down below and let us know. When
We're
it
looking for
opens.
things to do coming out of the quarantine.
Yes. Yes.
So number 7, we've actually already done this twice.
Twice. It's
Number 7 is-
renew your vows.
Renew your vows.
The first time when we renewed our wedding vows was February 14th, 2011,
10.
2010.
10. And we
Mind
actually
you-
got we renewed our vows and then we got baptized together.
Yes. In a typical fashion, which is in a hot tub. It's what you do.
Casino hot tub.
Yes.
We were in a hotel, Las Vegas hotel casino hot tub.
I mean, how else do you get
Come on.
remarried in Vegas if you don't get baptized in a hot tub in a casino?
Yeah. So our marriage was really, really interesting early on. And then we reconciled. We had a supernatural experience with God. And then we got baptized, renewed our vows. And then on our 10-year anniversary, we actually,
Remarried.
we threw
Well,
like an
yeah.
actual wedding ceremony, vow renewal
Yeah.
slash thing.
So
Because
just
we
to
never
give you
had,
a little
yeah.
feedback. February is not our wedding date, but July 3rd, 2006 is when we got married.
Mm-hmm.
So the vow renewal took place on July 3rd, 2016.
That was our actual 10-year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was something that I wanted because in the beginning, when we first got married in New York, which is, if you're from New York or from the East Coast, you know that's humidity. That wasn't very smart of us to say, yeah, let's get
For
married July 3rd outside in the gazebo by the pond while the sun
And
is,
we
like,
never had a big
beaming on
wedding.
us.
It was very, very small.
Yeah. It was him and I, my family, his family.
Yeah, just
and
immediate
that's it.
family. But
And
it was
our son.
good. The vow renewal was fun.
Yeah. Anyway, put makeup on each other. It would be kind of interesting to see him put makeup on me because at one point in his life, he really was an artist. So
I got skills
can't
with the
jack
pencil.
up my face. And me putting makeup on him, I mean, that would be entertaining.
Why would you want to do that?
Just for fun.
I wouldn't
like,
want
just
to-
to be able to see what I could do to cover up the stubble. Like, I wouldn't put full on eyelashes on you.
Please no.
So let's just skip 10 because I'm not feeling that. Who wants to pretend they're in middle school? No, that's okay.
Yeah, no.
What? Okay, we're skipping that. Why is it saying 2? What did you skip?
I don't know. I think it's
That's weird.
starting over or something.
That's
but
different. Okay, but anyway, let's say this is number 12. Take a cross-country road trip. We've done that.
we already did that. We drove from California all the way to New York and stopping at different cities in between. I think it would be actually awesome to do that again.
Just
Especially our
us
kids.
or
I
with
don't know.
the kids? See,
I mean,
so
our
that-
kids are a little older. I think they would really enjoy it, though.
Yeah.
I could see Levi and Zoe, Kane and Trent just having a blast on this trip. What?
There'd have to be a camera in that car.
Yeah. If we documented the whole thing and like,
If you want to see that, press the like button to let us
Yeah.
know if that is something that you are interested in.
if that's something that you would watch, would you, if we actually did a cross country trip,
Again,
stopped in different cities, did ministry work along the way, stopped at different churches and ministries and ministered to people along the way, had fun, eat crazy food,
and
experience
push in
different
there
things,
maybe a date night out of it.
have some date nights along
Because,
the way.
you know, we do have older kids, so we would automatically have
Yeah, we
babysitters.
got childcare.
Yeah.
If you would like to see that, yeah, leave a comment.
Leave a comment or press the like button
'Cause
down
maybe
below.
we could do that.
Next, what did number 4 say? Number 3 says buy a timeshare. That's not necessarily on my bucket list. Maybe
Yeah.
buying like a house that we could like a summer house, that type of thing. That'd be cool. And as the kids got older, that would be like the place we would go to for the summertime. I think that would be nice. But not buying a timeshare. That's not really
Is there
on our
anything
radar.
else that's not on this list that's coming to mind? Something that you really, really want to experience before you die?
Snorkeling.
Snorkeling where? Because not all snorkeling is the same.
Yeah. Okay. So he now believes he's an expert on snorkeling because he snorkeled in the Philippines.
The Pacific
and
Ocean.
The ocean was so blue he could see everything and all the beautiful fish. But then
It's
we
just
go
different.
snorkeling in Cozumel, Mexico, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
The Atlantic
sounds-
Ocean, you can't compare the two. The Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean are not the same.
So again, we have a pro snorkeler amongst us.
I'm not pro, I'm
To
just
me,
saying.
it was still beautiful because I've never been to the Philippines, so I couldn't compare it.
Yeah.
But I was like, it was a beautiful experience up until the moment
I
that
think we need to go snorkeling
water got into
in
my
Fiji.
lungs.
That's right, you almost drowned.
Yeah. So I think I
You
would.
sure you want to go snorkeling again?
I do. I want to learn how to be better at it.
What about scuba diving? Because that's a little bit different.
Well, first snorkeling, and then we escalate to scuba diving
Okay.
because I need to be able to handle a tank on my back.
Yeah, scuba diving is no joke.
Yeah.
But
So that would be on that list.
would you do this? Would you put on the scuba gear, right? And then you go into the cage, right? And then you go
You don't
and you
have to
take
have the scuba gear in order to go in the cage. You could
well
wear
whatever. You
snorkel.
just have the mask and the tank, and you go
With the
down
shark?
and you go in the sharks, and you're in the cage though, and then you're like tempting them. You got like a little meat.
Okay, I wouldn't tempt them with meat.
No.
That's somebody else in the other cage. I'd probably, I mean, I might do that. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes. I might do that.
Sharks are great. Can you imagine seeing a shark up close, like
Hello,
right there?
I watched a 5-year-old YouTuber whose family does this for a living, and she was in a cage with the shark.
The same
And,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was just like fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if a 5-year-old could do it, I could do it.
Well, I think that if you're married and you have things on your list that you want to experience with your spouse before you pass on from this place, that you should experience those things.
Yeah, you should.
Now, a lot of people, maybe they feel like held back, like by career or this or that, all kinds of excuses. Maybe you're watching this now. I just want to say, no more excuses. It's time to live in freedom and go after that bucket list.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, yeah, like I get it. You're in quarantine, but now is the perfect time because your time's about to be up where you're no longer on punishment.
Yeah.
And you should be making that list of what you would like to accomplish.
And make that list with God, because I think when we dream with God and we allow him into our lives to say, God, this is something I really want to experience with my spouse. Would you open the doors, make this happen? I bet you'd be surprised. Every time I make a list of things, they get checked off one by one. God always comes through. So what do you think?
That's good.
Yeah?
It's true.
It's
Yeah.
true, right?
It's very much true. So if you put it down in
Write
writing,
it down.
it's
Yes.
basically stating that you have to now act it out, live it out, make it happen, and create it to happen. You need to be able to take those steps and get the ball rolling.
So we're going to sign out. This is Spicy Marriage Radio, episode 5,
Spicy Marriage Radio.
The Bucket List.
All right, episode 5. See ya.
Don't kick it too early.